94.3 WYBC, the rhythm of the city. I've been taking my Fridays to speak to representatives from the International Festival of Arts and Ideas. Today, I have the pleasure of having someone with me, another representative. His name is Mr. Kevin Ewing. He prefers to be called Rev Kev, so we're going to roll with that. Kevin, Rev Kev, thank you for joining us today.
It's my pleasure to be here.
Yes, and you are the interim director over at Arts and Ideas. How long have you been in that position?
Been in this position since October, but I've been part of the organization since about 16 years as a board member.
Oh, 16 years as a board. I was going to ask, what were some of the positions you held in those 16 years?
Board member.
Just board member. Okay.
The last year and a half, I was board chair.
Nice.
And then I was asked to step into this position in the interim basis while we figure out what our next moves are.
You have you have a front row seat, I should say. You've seen the festival develop from since 16 years ago. So what would you say? Tell us about the overall vision for this year and for years to come for the festival.
Well, the vision for this year is to keep doing a good festival. You know, this year has been tough. We've been hit with a lot of difficulties, personnel-wise and staffing in the festival, and also financially. We've been hit pretty hard, not just from the federal government taking away money, but some of the corporations, some of the institutions we've often depended on have taken away funds, or have not given us funds. Some of the foundations have lessened or are not giving us money this year because there's so much need, and they're getting bombarded. So the biggest change over the years has been the funding. But what we continue to do is a festival and bring enjoyment and education and fun to New Haven for at least 2 weeks a year and hopefully all year.
Right. And the losses you were just speaking about, you gave us some examples, but would you say it's also attributed to some of the DEI changes as well?
Oh, it's totally attributed to the DEI changes.
Okay.
You go to our website and just about every word on there is a bad word, according to some people. The type of work we do is not considered valuable, important, relevant by certain aspects of this country. They happen to be in leadership right now, some of them. But we know the opposite. We know how important it is to share the various cultures and to be open and accepting of all different types of entertainment and education and ideas and thoughts.
Exactly.
So we're going to keep on fighting. So our theme this year is resistance. We're resisting by continuing to exist. We are resisting.
And this is a milestone year. You don't get to 30 years without resistance. So I love that. And I love how diverse each year, every year, you guys do a phenomenal job of inclusion. Tell us some of the highlights of what we can expect to see with this year 30.
So year 30, the one that I'm most excited about is the Minty Fresh Circus. Minty Fresh Circus is a Black circus. It's all Black cast, all Black American circus actors and dancers and movers, created by a predominantly Black team, and shares the stories of Black love, Black devotion, Black joy, Black movement, Black music. It's an exciting piece. And June 11th, prior to that, the creator of that is receiving our Visionary Leadership Award this year. So tickets are on sale for that, and that's an opportunity to hear her talk about how she created this. You know, at the time she started this idea, there were no Black circus actors that she could find in the United States, and so she had to create a database and take some of these folks that were in gymnastics and show them that those skills can be used in circus.
Absolutely. And you're talking about Miss Monique Martin, is that correct?
I'm talking about Monique Martin, the
I love that. And I'm going to be speaking to her. So listeners, make sure you check in with me every Friday. I think next Friday, I'm going to be talking to her about Minty Fresh. I'm looking forward to that one as well. Right now, we're checking in with Rev Kev, Kevin Ewing. He's the interim director over at Arts and Ideas. And we have some we've had that have happened already and some still to come. The neighborhood festivals. What can you tell us about that?
The neighborhood festivals, we actually were supposed to have one more this coming Saturday in Dixwell, but because of the predictions for the weather, we've had to cancel that.
Mhm.
Hopefully, we'll be able to pick it up again in September. But
Right.
it's really an opportunity for us to take our expertise in throwing a festival, throwing a party, walking into some of our neighborhoods, 6 of our neighborhoods this year, and saying, "This is what we do. What would you do with it if we brought it to you?" And then let them create their own festival. So every neighborhood does something different. This year we have Fairhaven, The Hill, Dixwell, Newhallville. Um, who am I missing? West Hills, West Rock, and then we brought in this year the Whaley, Edgewood, Beaver Hills neighborhood, the Webb neighborhood.
I love it. See, every year we grow. Every year it grows. We get bigger. We get better. And you can't do that without funding. You need the dollars to make that happen. And as RevCav has been telling us, going through some challenges, some changes with the loss of funding, especially one of the big ones was NEA. You can talk to us a little bit about how that has affected you, but then give us what we need to do to ensure that we keep going forward strong.
So yeah, we had been approved for a grant from the NEA to cover. I forget which shows they were specifically targeted for, but it was rescinded. It was about $65,000 that we have already booked the show. We've already spent the money,
Right.
and then we were told we're not going to get it. Um, and we were in the process of filling out the application for next year. And so there's some uncertainty on whether there is even going to be an NEA. When we went online and tried to check up on our application for the one that was already funded, and our entire file was deleted from the database.
Oh, no.
And it wasn't just us. I've been on phone calls with other organizations and presenters around the state, and they've all going through the same thing. So this is a time of uncertainty, and for me, that's exactly the time uh, to resist. Our thing this year I said is resistance, and it's our 30th anniversary, and that's the
Yeah.
Pearl anniversary. And the Pearl is what we're creating. A pearl is created from something irritant getting between the shell and the skin of a mollusk, and the mollusk fights back by surrounding it with its elements and putting pressure on it and building until that irritant becomes a precious jewel.
I
And so
love
it is
that.
out of the resistance of the mollusk a pearl is formed. We're making pearls. We're the mollusk. We're resisting by our very existence. We're resisting by being there. Minty Fresh, I'm sure Monique will talk about it when she's on, performed at the Kennedy Center. The first they did their opening. The first time anyone's ever seen it was a couple of weeks ago at the Kennedy Center. And I know we're saying, why the Kennedy Center with all the mess that's being done to the board and all the crazy stuff they're doing?
Right.
It's because this is exactly the kind of show they don't want.
Right.
And so where else would you go to show somebody what you can do than the spot they don't want you to be?
I
That's
love that.
resistance. That's resistance. So our very coming together. So what I need people to do is to buy tickets. Go online. Everything's right there for you. It might be a little pain if you want to buy multiple tickets to a different event. You have to do it individually, but do it. It's worth it.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, give our box office a call. They can walk you through it. If you can't come, send a donation, help somebody else come, um, and talk about it. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell those people that don't want to come to see somebody Asian playing fusion music. Just come.
It's so diverse, but it's a wonderful, wonderful experience. And what you were just saying about the pearls using elements that are around, we are those elements. That is how we
Yeah.
resist. We have to show up for us if we want this festival to continue to be around. We have to make sure that that happens. And just like Rev Kev just said, support it. Donations. Go to artidea.org. And most importantly, you got to show up and support this. Yes?
Yes. Amen. And I will say, I will remind you, we have over 155 events this year, and about 85% of them are free. So there's going to be some wonderful things happening on the green. There are a number of wonderful talks and tours and food events, and there's just a bunch of stuff going on.
Right. But you can, when you spend your money on other things that don't serve us and don't feed us, imagine what you can do with events like this and the Arts and Ideas Festival that is here for us. So show up. That's what we need you to do. Artidea.org. This is Kevin Ewing. Rev Kev, he's the interim director over at Arts and Ideas. Any final words from you, Kev, before we wrap?
I really appreciate the opportunity to talk about something I love very much. I'll be perfectly honest. I was on my way in my sailboat to the Caribbean, and this came up, and I said, "Well, you know what? Let me stick around New Haven for a little while longer."
Just a little bit
Uh,
longer.
so I'm
Exactly.
not going anywhere right now because this festival is going to be so much fun.
Yeah, but don't pass up on that trip because that sounds like a good time too. But stay with
Oh,
us
it'll
for a
soon
while.
come. Soon
Soon
come.
come. I love that. And more music soon come when you stay right here. It's WYBC, the rhythm of the city. I'm Wanda Coppage. Shout out to Arts and Ideas. If you missed anything from this interview, check out our website and our socials. You'll see the video there. And I can't wait to talk to Miss Monique next week about the Minty Fresh Circus. So you got to keep it locked. All right. Thank you so much, Kev Ewing and YBC listeners, family. Stay right there. More music is on the way.
Bye, y'all.